Is this an accurate depiction of where your car was, Ms. Cuevas, and where the defendant's car was?
Yeah.
Okay. You, Mr. Orgelis, you actually have one of your own, correct?
That's correct.
Can we show that? What are we looking at right now?
Pretty much coming down from Del Amo, merging to the freeway ramp. And basically, I didn't see the vehicle because there was two vehicles obstructing my view, and it just happened in seconds and just struck Ms. Cuevas on the rear.
And you also said that there were no hazard lights present at the time. Is that correct?
That's what I believe.
Ms. Cuevas, you say that you actually did have your hazard lights on before actually stopping to park?
I did have it, and I'm like, clearly you could see that I had them on because every other car was going around.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Ms. Cuevas, were there actually parked cars on the curb at the time?
On the curb, yes.
Would you say that that's an accurate depiction of how many cars were actually parked on the curb?
No, there was for sure more.
There were more cars parked
Yeah, there was
on the
more.
curb.
Yeah, it was pretty full, like the parking. Yeah.
And Ms. Cuevas, you actually recorded the interaction between you and the defendant after the accident occurred, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can we go ahead and play that video?
It would have went all the way over there, and it wouldn't have been that much of a hit. You know it was.
I honestly didn't see your car with your lights on, to be honest. I didn't see your car.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna get mad over it, because I understand. Things
Make sure
happen.
you're okay, that's fine. It's fine.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need you to give the insurance or something, because this has happened to me before, and people just drive off, and it's not cool.
I'm not driving off. I'm right here, and my car is not drivable.
All right, Ms. Cuevas, it was a little hard to hear, but I did hear the part where you said, I'm going to need you to give the insurance or something because this has happened to me before and people just drive off and it's not cool. You've gotten in another accident before?
Well, my sister did when I was with her once. She was at a gas station.
Well, you don't need to give me the details. You weren't driving in that situation?
No, I wasn't driving in that.
Okay. Now, did you submit into evidence your ID card?
I sent it to her, but...
Is this...
Oh, okay.
Is this
they printed it out, yeah.
Okay. And this is not a driver's license, is
No.
it? It's a learner's permit? Or it's just an ID
That's the
card?
California ID, yeah.
Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Why were you driving that day?
That day, so what I explained to the officers at the scene, and I have a permit. I don't have it on me. I forgot to bring it, and I let them know, and they said it's fine. But
They said it was fine that you had a learner's permit?
Because I told them that the only reason I had my car at that time of night was because I wasn't using my car to go out to party. It was to just get to work and from work. They didn't have a problem with it.
Okay. Mr. Orgelis, you were actually given a citation for speeding, is that correct?
That is correct.
How fast were you going?
I was doing 40 miles an hour.
What was the posted speed limit?
About 40 miles an hour, I believe so.
So you shouldn't have gotten that ticket.
I shouldn't have gotten, no. The officer in Nolasco said that I can fight it in court because they didn't do any type of testing of the incident.
Have you been to court on the ticket?
I have not yet.
Tell me this. You believe that it's the plaintiff's fault that the accident occurred, correct?
I believe.
But you assume that your insurance was taking care of this. Why, if it was her fault?
Because the insurance always takes care of it. They call the other insurance and they pretty much give me a call later on. I didn't hear from them, so I thought, they took care of it until I got served.
But you had a policy that wasn't actually in effect on the day of the accident, is that correct?
No, the policy wasn't in there because I just added it maybe a couple of weeks before.
So you're saying that you were covered or not?
Yes.
You were covered?
Yes.
Is that true?
No.
What were you told by the insurance company?
So what I was told, at first they kind of made it seem like, yes, he was covered. And they were like, oh, well, we have to investigate. We'll look at it. We'll see what we can do.
Well, tell me this. I see that you've attached a damage quote in the amount of $2,500 and then also a withdrawal for $900 and another for $1,000. What are those charges?
If you look at it, Exhibit D, that is where the visual damage quote is at. Mm-hmm. He just listed the damages he had to repair. And in the total, it says $4,500, the amount I'm suing him for. So I actually gave a deposit of $2,000 first so the guy can know I was actually gonna pay him for my damages.
Okay.
And then after that, when I got my car back, I was gonna pay the rest off. So $2,500 was left.
You brought your coworker here today,
Yes.
correct? Can you step up to the podium, please? What can you add to the case here?
Well, he's claiming that, the hazard lights weren't on. And that's not true because in the moment of the accident, no one's thinking, hey, let me turn on the hazard lights to cover, So it's like that.
Well, no, typically, some people, when they get into an accident, want everybody else to know that there's going to be a vehicle stalled there for a second, so they turn their hazard light. That's not normal.
Right.
So you're saying that you were aware enough and you saw her actually turn the hazard lights on? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.